Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Muzuddin bin Abdul Qadir. B0921104113 is my matrix number. In this assignment, we will presentation about lab bearing friction.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nomala binti Malik. My matric card number is B0922101002. So today I will explain about introduction of bearing friction. So what is bearing friction? Bearing friction is the force that is experienced when two surfaces within bearing collide and collide against each other. It is also possesses the potential to cause energy loss, heat production, and wear. Reducing bearing friction is critical for improving efficiency and extending the life of mechanical system. So that's all for me. Thank you so much. I will pass the next presenter to explain about objective.
Good evening everyone. My name is Sri Nityanandan, son of Balasingam, and my matrix number is B092110053. Today I'm going to explain about our objective of the experiment. The first objective of our experiment is to understand the bearing friction works, and the second objective is to minimize the frictional resistance.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Aisha Ashikin from BMMM. My matrix number is B099222100015. Today I will explain about the procedure of bearing friction lab. Firstly, we put the rope onto the rotating shaft, then we adjust the angle given. Secondly, we adjust the F1 or F hold to 50 Newton. After that, we rotate the rotating shaft until a data shown and record the data. That's all from me, and I will pass to the next presenter to explain about experiment. Thank you.
I will explain about the experiment 1 in this lab. In this lab, we conducting the type of bearing. It is roller bearing, groove ball bearing, slide bearing, gunmetal steel, slide bearing PTFE steel, and lastly slide bearing GG25 steel. In this experiment, we conduct in the lab. We got the propulsion mass is 2 Newton for roller bearing, and slide bearing is 10 Newton. The next one is slide bearing PTF steel. We got 7 Newton, and lastly slide bearing GG25 steel, we got 12 Newton. Subsequently, it is imperative to process the slide force coefficient data for every individual bearing. To reduce the sliding bearing coefficient, employ the formula micro equal to R multiplied by G divided by R multiplied by GS plus G. As an illustration, when computing the values for ball bearings and roller bearings, input the provided data. An example, the calculation of roller bearing groove ball bearing. Coefficient of sliding bearing micro equal to R times G over R multiplied by GS plus G. Input the data in this formula. The data from this lab session is 0.041 times 2 over 0.0085 times 438.06 plus 2, and we got the coefficient of sliding force is 0.02. Next, this is the graph we have got to present to our lecturer about the different type of slide bearing. This graph illustrates the variance among the bearing types that underwent experimentation in the laboratory. Remarkably, the slide bearing made of gunmetal steel demonstrate the second highest performance among the 4 distinct bearing types. That's all for me to explanation about the experiment 1 that we have conducting in the lab. And I will pass the slide to the Sri Nitya to continue the discussion for this lab session.
For the discussion, we are going to discuss about what is rolling friction. Rolling friction, also known as rolling resistance, occurs when an object rolls over an obstacle without sliding. It is a resistant force that hinders the rolling motion and observes in various situations, like car tires on the road or a ball rolling on the ground. The primary cause of rolling friction is the deformation and recovery of the contacting surface, resulting in a resistant force. The process, combined with the factors like surface roughness and material characteristic, contributed to overall rolling friction. Understanding and minimizing rolling friction is crucial in sectors like transportation and engineering to improve efficiency and reduce energy losses in rolling system.
Hi, I'm Shaifa Fasiadila binti Mahasamsyah, number metric B0922105557 will present about conclusion of the bearing friction lab. The conclusion of the bearing friction lab would depend on the specific objective and experimental setup of the lab. Some of the key lessons that can be learned from this bearing friction experiment is frictional forces. Bearing friction experiment help in understanding the nature and magnitude of frictional forces acting on bearing. By varying parameters such as load, speed, and bearing type, students can measure and analyze the frictional forces involved. Overall, bearing friction lab experiment contribute to our understanding of bearing behavior, helping to optimize design, improve energy efficiency, and enhance the overall performance and reliability of bearing system. That's all for my presentation. I hope everyone understands what my team and I have presented throughout this simple video presentation regarding about bearing friction lab. Thank you.